Hello, Randy Rain here, and this is the sad evolution of one of my favorite toy robots. How did it get this way? This is
Randy Robot Garage.
So I don't have any details. I just have robots here that are obviously some sort of evolution. And it starts with these guys right here. And these are the shoulder Remo-con robot Rover. If you don't know what these are already, that probably makes no sense to you. But these are Japanese, made in the 80s. I'm pretty sure they're made by Masuda, just because I can find on Japanese auction site this exact robot, except it has a teddy bear head on it, and it is claimed to be by Masuda. So I'm pretty sure that's who makes this, or who made it at one time. Remo-con means remote control. In Japan, that's what they call remote controls, Remo-cons. And it's on its back like a backpack, so it's a shouldered remote control robot Rover. See, it actually makes sense. But these are really nicely made robots. They're obviously a take on the Tomy Dingbot. It has the same kind of bump and go action on the bottom, but there are no markings on it. It's very well made. It's obviously Japan. I have two of them, red and yellow, and they come in other colors that I'm always in the lookout for. But moving down the line, it's the R24 Rover robot. Now, it's pretty much the same thing, except it's gray. They only came in this color as far as I know. The little dots on the front aren't painted. On the Remo-con on the back, it says Star Commanders for some odd reason. On the bottom, it says Made in China. And for some reason, they added a screw for the battery door. And they changed the drive wheel slightly. It's pretty much the same thing, but there is a little difference to it. But the inside is all the same, I can tell you that. But now you get to bump and go robot with flashing eyes, moving arms, robotic sounds. None of the others have made robotic sounds or have flashing eyes. The tops of the head open up, and that's where you keep the wire for the Remo-con. This one has the top glued down, so you can't get in there. So I'm assuming that's where the electronics is. The Remo-con is completely missing. It's the exact same thing, except they filled in some spots, removed the holders, and cut a slot for the switch. On the bottom, there is a screw for the battery door, but here is the big difference. No longer is it the fancy Tomy type of bump and go. It's your classic Tomy atomic robot kind of bump and go system, just real smaller. So let me get inside and let's see what they did to the poor robot Rover. I guess the first thing to do is get this off. See what we're looking at here. Oh yeah, that's fine. Why would you put screws on here? Okay, what do they got going on with the head here? I see. They glued it in. How lame. This is supposed to just pop out right here. Oh well, we'll just leave it. Maybe I can get to this right here. That comes up. Yeah. Huh. Like so. Yeah, this is pretty much the same. It's got these little microfine gears that just go here. And so you can actually turn them, but it also will move them as well. I want to say that comes out. It does. Yeah. That looks okay. Yeah, so inside it doesn't look like they changed much. These are all broken. But this gear, let's see. Well, that gear looks fine. This is the one connected down there. Any problem there? This little spring there. Let's just pull this out. Pull this out. I'm sure this is no good. Yeah. Yep, that's definitely cracked. Yeah, that's got to be an idle gear. This is a slip gear. There, I can see it. That's what that spring is for. Yeah, that grease sucks. It's all gummed up. Try this stuff right here. And just, don't want to lose that spring. Okay, well that feels better. I'll give it another little dose though. There we go. More of that gummed up stuff. There might be a crack forming in that. Yeah, it is spinning. But I can't believe that is not cracked. Really? You're actually sliding out of here? You're sliding, but you slid out of here. Alright, well, check these now. We'll give those even a better clean. So I can't believe this guy is not cracked. I mean, it's a tin tooth. It's got to be cracked. It's not, but I'm still going to replace that. That went up through here. Went up through here. Then there was this guy. And this one went on. Like that. My main problem is this one that has a crack forming. And it's kind of moving on the shaft. How hard is it to get these wheels off? Get in there. There we go. You pop right out. Back here. I'll take you out. Is this one of these? Is the question. It is. Well, very rarely is it one of these. Well, I'll be darned. Finally. Of course, it's not the right bore size, though. Yep, that's way bigger. This thing's some weird-ass size. 2.5 is too big. 2mm is too small. That was a 3/32. That's the best I can do. Now, why in the world did they need a capacitor here? Some sort of electronics up in there, but I doubt. Oh, yeah, it does. It makes robotic sounds. So, yeah, it would need this. Well, they went to town with that crappy grease. I prefer white lithium grease. There, how will that action clean you up? It doesn't look like this thing's done much action, really. Now I hit it with a 9-volt to wake it up. Oh, better not do that. There was some sound coming out of there. Destroy whatever in the world is in there that there's no way to get to unless you just break his head open like that. Well, that's pretty stupid, huh? Well, there it is. There's the magic. There's the magic. This weirdo thing's working. I can go back. Yes. Here. I forgot these damn wheels. And I've got this one here. It's cracking. And one's not cracked. This one sure is. Okay, I think that little thing just keeps it from sliding off the end. I don't think the size really matters. Put that there. I think it just keeps it from coming off. Yeah, so when they go in, yeah, I just gotta remember to put this damn thing in here. So go ahead and pull this one out. Goes here. Back on. Drop the motor back in. Stop doing that. Let me fix you. Now these arms can go in. That's the right one. This one. Oh, it didn't come out there. It came out there. Mm-hmm. Now, spring goes on top. Goes like that. That's how that goes. So now, turn it on. That's it. That's how that goes. So this head slipped in like that. Guess I can slip in the back now. Like that. His little fat belly. That's better. As for the head, I guess I'm just gonna leave it. Get rid of the glue. I'll just leave it as a door. So there you have it. That's what happened to the robot Rover. I prefer the originals myself, but it works, and it's not the same as the other ones. So let me show you. So if you like this video, I sure would appreciate a big thumbs up. If you want to see more stuff, hit the subscribe button. I want to thank these people here. These are the patrons. These are the people helping me out. These are the people bringing you the evolution of the shoulder Remo-con robot Rover into the R24 Rover robot into this monstrosity, the bump and go robot. So there you have it. I thank these people oh so very much. I couldn't do any of this stuff without them. And if you'd like to become a patron, of course, there's links and whatnot. So that's it. That was the evolution. That was
Robot Garage.